But I want to start out the conversation today with a crazy story that Congressman Tim Burchett shared on his Twitter account earlier today. And we have the story up at toddstarnes.com, and I would encourage you to go and check this out. Here's the headline: Veterans Affairs banishes V-Day kissing photo. This was the historic, the iconic VJ Day photo in Times Square. You may have seen the photograph. It symbolized the joy and the celebration in this nation on the day World War II ended, when the Japanese officially surrendered. And we call that, children, VJ Day. And I say that because I don't think they teach this in the schools anymore. So anyway, Alfred Eisenstadt actually took the photograph August 14th, 1945, and you may remember the photograph. It's this sailor. He's got his hat on. He's dressed in his uniform, his all-white uniform, and he is kissing a woman dressed in all white, like a nursing outfit, but it turns out she was a dental assistant. And just basically planted a slobber knocker of a kiss on this American young lady. And that photograph has been displayed in books and museums inside Veterans Affairs offices across the country, but not anymore because of a memorandum that went out to staff, and this was shared by Congressman Burchett earlier today. The Department of Veterans Affairs has given order to remove the photograph because they say it depicts a non-consensual act that is inconsistent with their policies towards sexual harassment and assault. Quote, "This action reflects our dedication to creating a respectful and safe workplace and is in keeping with our broader efforts to promote a culture of inclusivity and awareness." I'm just curious, is the problem that you had a heterosexual man kissing a heterosexual woman? Is that the problem here? The VA says they have a no-tolerance policy towards domestic violence, and the photograph violates that policy. In other words, the VA is literally comparing the celebratory kiss on the day that the Japanese surrendered to rape. The VA says the decision was made after recent discussions that involved the agency's Assault and Harassment Prevention Office. Well, there you go. They went on to say this. The Department of Justice, here, I've got to read this quote. This is a fascinating quote because this is how they're justifying all of this. They're saying that through the lens of history, we have to go back and erase things. Quote, "Perspectives on historical events and their representations evolve. You see, you folks thought this was all about going after Jefferson Davis and Robert E. Lee, but they're coming after everybody. Recent discussions have highlighted concerns about the non-consensual nature of the kiss. Somebody literally got triggered. They walked into a Veterans Affairs office and they saw the kiss and they said, date rape, I'm triggered." Now, we don't know who these people are that were triggered. Were they communist? Were they pajama boy snowflakes? Were they dudes wearing man buns? Were they purple-haired plus-size gals with man hands? We do not know. But I got to tell you, this was an iconic moment. I say iconic because I doubt something like that will ever be replicated in woke America. And here's the reason why. Because let's just say we go to war and we have another victory, and I don't know, I'm just speculating, spitballing here. Let's call it Victory in Ukraine Day, right? So we're having the big celebration in Times Square. I don't think you're going to find a red-blooded American sailor kissing a female in Times Square. And here's the reason why. Because there's no guarantee that the dental hygienist in the high heels and the skirt is actually a girl these days. Got to be careful. So here we go. VJ Day in Times Square is now officially getting the heave-ho, according to this memorandum that was shared by Congressman Burchett. And they say that the photo is going to be replaced with a suitable alternative photograph. And we don't know what that is, but here's my guess. That you're gonna have two gender nonconforming, two-spirit lesbians making out during a drag queen story time. That's what I think the new photograph will be. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why I wrote Twilight's Last Gleaming, because we are at a crossroads in this nation. The idea that we live in a nation where people get triggered by one of the most beautiful, iconic photographs in all of American modern history is beyond me. But this is where we are right now. This is what woke America looks like. So I have a question for you. Do you have a problem with the photograph? Does that photograph symbolize rape to you or sexual assault to you?